Boys, today's the day. So I have my endoscopy this morning. For those of you that don't know, an endoscopy is essentially when they fucking take a camera and they stick it down your throat all the way towards maybe past your stomach, probably towards your small intestine, depending on where I got an upper endoscopy, so it was only up until like maybe like my small intestine or like at the end of my stomach. But bro, I woke up and I was so anxious, bro. I was like ready to throw up, like because I got throw up anxiety. I'm like freaking out because the day has finally come. And I've been wanting to get an endoscopy for years. I just never did it. And so, anyways, um, bro, I go. I literally fill up a cup of ice and I bring it to the clinic. But me and Julian have to go because I have to have someone with me. You can't get the procedure unless somebody's with you because they're putting you, they're putting you under, right? You're not allowed to operate a motor vehicle for 24 hours. So, anyways, I bring up my cup of ice. I'm just like eating ice. I'm like the first one there, first appointment of the day. They call me back, bro. I get back there. I do my weight, all the bullshit, just the classic intake stuff. And then they put me in a bed, right? I'm in this bed, and then the first nurse comes in, and who's just doing my blood pressure and my IV and all that stuff. And bro, she puts she puts the tourniquet on my wrist, and I was like, dude, because I can't look when people give me IVs. I have to like look away. When not needles, I have to look away. I can't blood draw, whatever it is. I can't. Even when I was getting tattooed, I can't look. So I'm like, it's like, and then I felt the tourniquet on my wrist, and then she starts like tapping my hand. I said, I beg you, please do not put this IV in my hand because I know I used to work in the hospital, bro. The hand is so painful. Putting an IV in your hand is the most painful place to put an IV. So I begged her. So she moved the tourniquet down towards like my bottom of my forearm to get my freaking bicep pumped or to get this vein, the vein that's like I guess I can't, right here. Oh, dude, something bad happened too though. But anyway, so she puts the IV in, bro. She dips. Then the anesthesiologist comes in. He's telling me what's gonna go down. I've never had anesthesia. I've literally this is crazy to me. So I'm sit. Also, I had to get dressed. So like I have no clothes on. I just have a gown on, classic gown and those slippers on. And I have like a fall risk band on. And so I'm like sitting there. Anesthesiologist, old dude, bro, older dude, great guy though. And he's like, "Hey, yeah, yeah, I just need you to drink this drink." And it's kind of tastes like you have you ever had like Smarties? No, sweet tarts. Have you ever had sweet tarts? Yeah, I was like, yeah. He's like, it's like sweet tarts on steroids, bro. Perfect description. It was literally sweet tarts to like so extreme that you're just like. So I chugged that, and he's telling me he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put him. When we get in there, like in like about 15 minutes, I'm gonna tell you to clear your throat, and then I'll put the mask on you, and you'll be out. I said, okay. So he leaves, and then they bring Juliana in so she could just sit with me for a little bit, and the um the CRNA comes in, which is like the anesthesiologist like assistant, like you know, and the guy walks in, he's just kind of like, I'm gonna be the guy that's putting you to sleep, and I just laughed, and he said, "What's so funny?" And I'm just an awkward guy. I just be laughing about everything. Like everything's. I just be laughing when I'm uncomfortable when I'm awkward. And I was laughing because it was so like it was like shock like comedy. Like he just came in. He's like, I'm the dude putting you to sleep, and I just laughed. And he was like, "What's so funny?" And I didn't have an answer. I was like, "Oh, they're just gonna put me to sleep." He's like, "Oh, would you rather me not put you to sleep?" I was like, "What are you giving me? Why are you being weird for, bro? What the fuck?" He ended up being a cool guy. And then lastly, the GI doctor came in. Yeah, she was chill. It was quick. So then they bring Julianne back into the waiting room, and it's my time, bro. The one a different nurse and the CRNA or the I forget what CRNA is, certified registered nurse anesthesiologist anesthetist something like that. They both different nurse that they come in. The guy's like, I got a cocktail for you. He had 3 syringes. And I'm not looking, bro, because obviously I have the IV in my arm with a cap on it, so I know what he's about to do. So I turn this way. He's like, "Hey, don't worry. You might feel a little weird, and then one of the drugs might make your ears ring, the lidocaine." I said, "Okay, bro." all of a sudden he puts the side rails on the bed, and we start going, and I'm like, did you already put it in me? He's like, oh, it's already in. Zzz. I'm like fucking drunk out of my mind. I was like, this is crazy. I then see another guy that was in the waiting room, the second patient of the day. He's getting wheeled out too, bro. I go like this. I'm like, what up, bro? Because I'm already fucking faded. I'm like, what's up, bro? He did not look happy because I forgot that this is an endoscopy center but they also do colonoscopy. So I then now after the procedure when I got home later, I was like, oh yeah, all these I was probably the only getting an endoscopy that day because the three other people in the waiting room were older dudes, so they all were probably getting colonoscopies. So I felt bad. Like I was like, hey, what's up, bro? And he's getting his fucking something going up his ass, right? So so then, bro, I'm like faded. They wheel me in. The two doors open. I'm in the OR. Like this is crazy, bro. I'm like, and this is where it gets weird. I'm like, and then the anesthesiologist, the doctor, the anesthesia, not the CRNA. I think what he told me was like turn to my side. No clue. No clue. I wake up. I wake up in the middle of a conversation with a nurse I've never talked to that I didn't even know. I swear to God, dude, because remember the anesthesiologist told me he's gonna put the mask on me, make me clear my throat. I don't even know if that happened. I mean, it probably did happen, but whatever he injected me with, it was so I was so fucked. I literally only I remember turning to my side like he told me to, and I'm like, yeah, talking to the anesthesiologist. I wake up in the middle of a conversation with a nurse who's doing my discharge. Meaning I was in the recovery room for 30 minutes at this point. I didn't even what the fuck, dude. This is the weirdest experience. So then I'm like, I look over my left arm. The IV is out. I'm already wrapped up. And if I remember correctly, I think my clothes were already on. Somehow I already had clothed myself. I don't know. I don't know, bro. So then, Julianne had to go to school, but so she overlapped and rotated with her. I needed her brother to come get me. So then, bro, they walked me out. I'm kind of buzzed, and her brother's waiting for me. We go to the car. We go get some Chick-fil-A. I'm like, let's get Chick-fil-A, bro. I guess I got a 10 count chicken mini, hash browns. I got him two spicy chicken biscuits. It was a great day. And yeah, I just kind of I didn't even take a nap it was a weird experience. Then he took me he brought me to his house because he had to watch over me for a couple hours, make sure I was good. And then he brought me home. Bro, we watched this movie called The Hangover Games. Holy shit, that's a funny ass movie. It's a funny ass movie. It's literally a parody of the Hunger Games and Hangover with like Zach Galifianakis and stuff. It is those two movies combined. It's fucking hilarious, and it's just so absurd. Like it's the most stupidest movie ever. So we watched that, and he brings me home, and I just chill all day. So then me and Julianne, we later on in the day, she comes over, she studies. We go to dinner. We have ramen. Everything was good. And then just now, like literally 45 minutes ago, before she left my house, she went to go use my bathroom upstairs, like in my bedroom. This is the office in my bedroom, and like I go downstairs to start like putting all her stuff together and just to go downstairs. And I'm like I look at my phone 1 second, the next second my right sock slips on the staircase. I fall down almost all the stairs. And I am just I'm still bro, I can't flex. This hurts so bad. I fucked my whole elbow and shoulder up. My lower back is destroyed and my neck now. I can't turn this way. My neck hurts so bad. I fell down the fucking stairs. Look at me. I can't, dude. Ow. I'm in so much pain, bro. And I forgot to give. I had to take all my earrings and my necklace off because you're not allowed to have that during the procedure. But I forgot to get it back from Julianne. I feel kind of naked right now. I don't like it. But anyways, yeah, that was my day as far as a late post. But yeah, I'm out of here. Guys, girls, gays, queers, they, them, these are anyhow. Bro, also when I that the video that's titled "I Hate Myself," someone commented, "I hate you too." That's awesome. But yeah, guys, girls, gays, queers, they, them, these are any all. Oh, and I made it a grandmaster in melee. These are any all, everyone. Have a blast rest of your Thursday. The JJK episode came out today. Kind of a weak episode. Same with last week. Weak episode. I just can't. I know they're building it up, and Hagurama's kind of this cold ass dude, but man, I don't. This is why I had to stop. The same reason I stopped watching My Hero. I didn't even get to finish the last season of My Hero because what they'll do is just explain the fight while the fight's happening and explain every little move and explain and like especially fucking Deku just keeps going back into his like one for his all for one power and seeing all the fucking lineage and just talking to them about every single thing ever. And you don't, there's no fight, like, I was so hyped for this one episode when Bakugo was fighting whatever the main enemy was, and he was just like he was just teleporting all over him and just blasting his face. And Oh, when he was fighting fucking or all for one, right? It was fire. And then the second half of the episode is just repeatedly explaining things over and over again. I was like, fuck this. But anyways, I'm out.